Hello again, cartoon car fans. So people have been drawing caricatures of Shelby Cobras for a long time. Here we have a high-end resin version of one. It says 110, I'm not sure of how many. We shall find out hopefully on the base of this thing. He's got a nice Shelby Cobra branding there. It's not approved though. I'm sure this is not licensed. EraQ, they're like some sort of party that joins tuned model cars together. But I think it's made by DY Works. Alright, let's see here. So, strong box to protect the plastic. Oh, I see. So, a cleaning cloth. I guess you have to have that because this cardboard is abrasive. It's going to scratch this case if it doesn't come in a plastic bag or a cleaning cloth. I prefer not to buy those things, but I don't also want to have a scratched up case. Are there tape dots? I don't think so. So be careful pulling this off. There's a piece of luggage in here. Darn it. So, gotta come back later for cleaning that up. Alright, let's open this luggage up. Very tiny. Not sure if it was even necessary, but I guess it's well done. Looks like luggage to me. There's actually a little silver paint going around the ends, like that's a zipper or something. Seems like a lot of extra effort for a piece of luggage. The handles are actually hollow. Must be 3D printed. Okay, or not. Maybe not, because it's pulled off of a sprue. Alright, anyhow, moving along. I guess I shouldn't even compare to these things because they're different caricatures, but yeah, alright. So we do have the fancy elaborate double stacked acrylic here with 2 screws holding the model in place. And we have the photo etch piece here with the EraQ. And there's 400 of this color. I would assume they'll come out with the blue and white stripes version later on because that's probably the most popular colorway, right? And then the DY Works logo there. So there's a piece of tape on here, so I'm gonna pull that off later because I'm sure that hood must open, but it's probably not hinged. It's very, very shrunken as far as its length goes. The width of it, I would say it's on par with, maybe it's a little wider than 164, but it's in that ballpark. Alright, so let's start the front wheel here. Very chromed plastic, very shiny. The knockoff wings or whatever look pretty good. And then the tire printing is nice. I don't know if it's a decal or printing, but it's very crisply done. Very good. A big chromed exhaust coming out of here, and the tip is recessed, so, and it's black, so that looks great. The silver paint also looks fantastic. I'm going to zoom in further. Yeah, that's a good silver paint. Not overly large flakes. It doesn't look like a hot rod. The little side vent here, I think those are recesses. Possibly? I don't know if these are metal inserts, these thin things, or it's just the resin painted silver. And then I assume these are decals, but they look very smooth. So I think they're underneath the clear coat, which is great. All this is real branding, right? Goodyear, STP, Coney shocks. You can see the rear wheel and tire are taller, like a Hot Wheels. Okay, let's go around to the front. The headlight, it's a clear piece of plastic, and it's set inside of a chromed ring. And then it looks like a light bulb back there, so that's pretty great. The turn signal is orange, domed out. That looks pretty great as well. I don't know if there's a texture. Maybe this is on a piece of photo etch metal because there's something going on the back surface of that orange thing. Okay, so now we have inserts here in these vents, like a grill texture. This little oil cooler looks pretty great. The white stripes are looking nice. These bumper, well, they're not really bumpers, but I think this is used to jack up the front end. These little hooks, they're chromed plastic, looking pretty good. And then in the radiator area, look at this. So first you got these orange things. I'm not sure why those are there, but they're there. And then you have fan blades in front of the radiator and some sort of chromed brace going across. So that's really neat. A lot of detail going on in that inlet. There's some sort of Shelby badging looking pretty good there. It looks like a Cobra. And again, this stripe is also smooth. It's under a clear coat. This side seems like a mirror image of the other side. Oh wait, I'm mistaken. There's some yellow racing stripes, which might become more apparent later on. And then the taillights, they're clear resin glued onto chromed bezels. I guess those are just flat surfaces back there. Alright, the hooks again in the rear, chromed out. The light area for the license plates, chromed. The USA there. The decal is floating over the panel gap here, but it's under a clear coat, so as long as you don't go poking at it, it should be alright. It's well conformed around these bumps. And then it's got these raised tiny chrome pieces for the tonneau that's supposed to maybe go there. That's crazy that they would go through the detail of adding these tiny things when it doesn't even have a tonneau. So the chrome fuel filler looks great. Yeah, the little lock mechanism. The roll hoop looks pretty good. It's got a big chromed mirror, so it's reflective. The rear view mirror is also chromed plastic. Okay. Let's go to the front before we get inside there. Well, you know what, maybe we should save the engine for last. Now let's go back to the interior. So look how shrunken down this interior is, right? It's crazy. Great that there's no top because it's pretty easy to see, but got the flashlight just in case. So the gauges, yeah, they're needles and all that stuff. Silver bezels around the gauges. The steering wheel is black, but the center is all chromed plastic and it has the Cobra badge there on it. There's a shifter knob right there. And then what's that on the dash, the glove box? Some sort of text, maybe a serial number or something. So that's neat. Let's see, the seats are cushioned with ribbing. Yeah, that shifter's right up against the dashboard. It's got the little boot of the shifter as well. I doubt there's foot pedals in there. I mean, where would they be? Yeah, no foot pedals, and that's perfectly fine. You wouldn't even be able to get a figure in here because the steering wheel is so close to the seat. But still, a lot of cool details. So on top here we have these sun visors. Are they chromed or? I don't know. I gotta back up here. They're very thin. I don't know if those are separate pieces or what. They look very thin. I'm afraid to go near them. And then look at these tiny little windows hanging off of the windscreen. Those are like packaging thin plastic. Okay, and some sort of text I can't make out. Superformance. Oh, Superformance. Don't these guys make Cobra replicas? So maybe they were contracted by Superformance to make replica Cobras. And then they're just selling some on the side? I don't know. The wiper blades, they look pretty shiny as well, as a car from the 60s might have. And they are bent perpendicular to the windscreen. They're photo etched. They have some lightning holes. Okay. Yeah, the further away wiper blade isn't conforming very well. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, big. The mirror here on the side is huge. It's very comical looking, as it should be. So I guess that's it for the outside. Now I gotta carefully, luckily this is a plastic pick. Well, I mean, there's an air filter cover, a cross brace for the struts, the Shelby printing, or maybe that's photo etch on the valve covers. I guess, yeah, that is photo etched. The V Superformance, whatever. Anyways, I guess it looks alright. I'm not sure if it was necessary though, to be honest with you. There's a radiator here. Some silver for the cap. There's actually a hose floating here. The back. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty nice. The back of the radiator has a fan also, painted in silver. Alright. Let's see if there's anything down in there. No. Well, seems like a lot of extra work for me for no reason, because I'm never going to display this with the hood open. So, in fact, I'm going to take the tape off of this and put some poster putty on the back side so this thing doesn't get lost. It's got these little chromed hood latches, and also the scoop. It's not going all the way. It's not going through. So, all right. I'm sure the only way you'll get this hood off is by those latches. So I'm gonna put poster putty, a really weak poster putty here in the front on the radiator, like so. Hopefully they'll stay there. Then I'm gonna place this down. So basically, if I were to ever want to take this off, I will pull it by these, and since it's only gonna pivot on that poster putty, I don't think those two will break off, right? But it's just enough to keep this thing in place and getting lost. In fact, it actually isn't level. It's sunken in a little bit, so you could fix that by adding more poster putty. But for the sake of the video, we shall continue on. So having looked up the number 96, as you can see, this car was raced by a president of Ford at one point in time. And it has the same kind of Goodyear sponsorship here. The number 96 of obviously, and the chromed side pipes, the Halabrand wheels. It's just that the colors are different. It's really odd that they wouldn't just release this colorway as the first release. One would assume maybe in the future that they will release this blue one. If they do, I'll buy it, because that's what I envision a Cobra to look like, blue with white stripes. But it's not to say that silver Cobras aren't cool. In fact, there's many other cartoon toys that do that, and let me show you some. But first, let's do the realistic one. So here, this is by Kyosho, and this is a real livery. I think this car resides in California or something when I reviewed it. That's what I remember. So that's a 1/64 scale, and so you can see this is wider, but definitely shorter. It's just easier to make bigger toys, bigger scale models. So as long as it fits into this box, it can be as big as it wants to be. Alright, so then also, this thing done by Muscle Machines. Much bigger. Muscle Machines doesn't claim any scale. They're only slightly deformed as well. And then I have this Fatbacks by Hot Wheels, but it's the number 8. I don't know if that ever existed. I 3D printed my own wheels for this, because the Fatbacks have wheels like that wide. Alright, so oddly, I actually don't own a model of a blue Cobra with white stripes. So every one I have happens to be silver with so that's kind of weird. Yeah, at some point in time it'd be nice to see a resin model of a realistic looking Cobra come out with blue and white stripes. I would definitely buy that. Yeah, that's what I need. Alright, well anyways, you go reviews of these other things elsewhere in the channel. I gotta say though, this thing is pretty awesome. There's no quality control problems that I saw. There's just a lot of work going on in this thing. All the decals are under a clear coat, so you know those will be fine. They just actually put more effort into it than I feel is even necessary. Like the whole engine, I guess that's nice to see, but I don't think anyone's going to display it with the... I guess you could put the cover here though, the hood right there. There's room for it. And definitely, I'm not sure why there's a need for a luggage, because I tried to put it in the seat. It's way too wide. It won't even fit in there unless it's at an angle. So I just decided to poster putty it to the base. But very, very impressively done. So the factory does a good job making resin models, and it's, I think, harder to make a deformed car than a realistic one, because everything's shrunken down. Right? So very cool. The tires are well printed as well. I could be printing, not decals. So Yeah, it's just odd that the color silver came out first. Very strange. Still looks awesome though. And if they do release it in blue, I'll most likely get that as well if I can get it. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you the next time a deformed resin comes in.